What is your take on liquid loans? Mr. AK, do you think that liquid loans is going to outperform Pulsechain? Because if you, yeah, I'm saying I think it might be a solid project. It might even do well, but I don't think it's going to do as well as Pulsechain. So yeah, it's a matter of your capital. It's like you have to allocate it, and you want to allocate it into the best assets, to the ones you think are going to perform the highest. And if you put it into liquid loans, then that money's not going into Hex. So like if you're already like some rich dude and you're just down to play around, like, yeah, just throw some money at liquid loans, throw some money at everything. Why not? But if you're not, then where you put significant money matters. And the future performance, could really decide whether or not you are going to retire early, kind of thing. So if, like, let's say you put half your money into like these projects building on Pulsechain, that could really hinder your future financial prospects. But like if you're a lot of these like OGs, like Abit, for example, and I love Abit, like he dabbles in all these projects, and that makes sense for him, right? Because he's an OG, he's a day one Hexkin, so like he could throw a little bit of money into liquid loans or into Power City or like one of those things, and just watch it, and it's kind of just like intellectual curiosity. He's got so many T-shares. But I'm not Abit. I have a different situation. People don't understand how rare it is to find these projects. Even if these things are legitimate projects, to find these projects with such sound tokenomics, and the founder not only not being a scammer, because I don't think the liquid loans guys are scammers, but like to just be in it, not like just for glory and bragging rights. That's so big. It's crazy. Like most of these people making tokens, I'm not going to speak for each one specifically, but they're in it to make money. So they have heavy bags. Often they get pre-allocations. So that's not to say it can't do well, but the opportunity of getting in on a founder that's in it for the glory, right? The opportunity of getting in on a project with a founder that's in it for the glory, and it's first or second cycle, you're going to pass up some serious capital to just go play the casino. I think you're out of your mind, in my non-financial advice opinion. That's really why I don't talk about other projects. It's not blind loyalty. It's just common sense. It's common sense, guys. It's common sense. It's common sense that these other tokens are probably not going to do well. Now, I think that the liquid loans project, I think it's going to be very good for the founders, right? They raised millions in sacrifice in stable coins, which means they could completely cash it out. There's no worry about liquidity. So it's a great opportunity for the people working at these projects. It's for them to make tons of money. They probably already made life-changing wealth, and then they get either pre-allocation or they have the tokens that they sacrifice, whatever it is. Amazing. More money out of thin air. But for you, the investor, not necessarily the best opportunity. And that's not to dunk on, people behind a particular project. You have to do your own research and see. Maybe you personally believe that liquid loans is really that 10,000x opportunity. And yeah, and I always say that liquid loans they are very transparent. What makes me sick are those people that, go around anonymously and asking you to sacrifice for their projects, and nobody knows who they are or where they come from. That is disgusting. But liquid loans has been doing it. They've been very transparent with their identities, with the project allocation. They've been very engaging in the Telegram. So I mean, they have been better than most. But still, nevertheless, is that a better place to put your money? I don't think so. And then AK saying, did you know that the God whale sacked for liquid loans? Yes. And again, the God whale has that the God whale has that FU money. You could just throw money at things. Doesn't matter, right? So the God whale situation, he doesn't care. Like, it's just sort of intellectual curiosity. That's the way to look at it. Like Conrad Zen said before he went off and made his own project, he said you can't afford to diversify if you're not wealthy, and that's true. And I'm living by that. And then, interestingly enough, after saying all those great things, he went on and made his own project, which God bless him. But that is a little bit hypocritical if he still believes what he said about Hex to be true, unless his opinion changed. Maybe he just discovered something about Hex that it's not as good as he said it was. But if you're not wealthy, it's probably a big mistake to look into these other projects as opposed to looking to Hex, based on my research, right? And then Red Squirrel says, with liquid loans, it's not about the X's of the loan token. I mean, for the sacrificers, it is. They want it. They want mad gains from it. So it is. Oh, AK says, using the liquid loans protocol to never sell PLS. I think everyone's like all or nothing on this also. And you guys could book a free one-on-one in the description. Everyone's like all or nothing. Like, I'm going to put my pulse into there. I think, first of all, if you don't have a lot of money, you know, you shouldn't be getting leveraged. You risk losing your position. If your pulse chain does like a 10,000x and then does a correction or whatever, and you have tens of millions and hundreds of millions of dollars that you can lock up some of it, you know, some amount to let's say you have $100 million and you could lock up 5 million and extract 500,000. That's definitely something interesting and something to look at. But if you have like $10,000-$20,000, you should not be getting Pulse. You should not be getting leverage, because you could get stomped out and then there's no more Pulse, right? You probably took a loan to use the money to spend something. You needed liquidity, so you spent that liquidity. And if you get liquidated, then you can't buy back in, and the price could run away from you. And then everyone's driving Lambos and at the Hex meetups, and you're a broke pleb. So it's definitely something that you can implement into your strategy, but it should not be a big percentage. And interestingly, Hex is supposed to be a community about like against leverage trading. And when you're using liquid loans, you are getting leveraged. And again, this is not borrowing against your Berkshire Hathaway. It's borrowing against something very volatile. It's very risky. We all have drunk moments. Yeah, and I also sacked little for liquid loans. And that was back when I had a lot of money because we were in a bull market. So I just like threw some. But I'm not buying any, and I didn't sack for Power City, and I'm only buying Pulsechain when it comes out. So watch the real Godwell scam wick the price down to liquidate people on liquid loans and then buy a discount for running everyone's buying. I don't think he's going to do that. It's not his type. He's not that kind of person. Like, he's been very benevolent. And if there's anything good about the future of liquid loans, it would be that the Godwell bought into it. I think that's definitely very good. You want whales, you want buy-in from whales, because whales don't need to sell. It's the plebs that need to sell. AZTro369, just saying, any big bag holder or PLS can borrow. Yeah, I think it's definitely something to implement. It's definitely a interesting thing that you have this ability to trustlessly borrow against your crypto. So definitely, if you're a whale, it can be implemented, but definitely if you're not a whale, just go get a job if you need money, right? If you have like $10,000 in Pulse and you need 1,000, right? You want to be safe with your, it's like, just, dude, there's like so many ways to get $1,000. Can work for 2 weeks, you'll have $1,000, okay? instead of risking your bag, we got 99 people watching. If you're enjoying the stream, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Patreon. We got awesome stuff. We got Discord, weekly Zoom meetups. We discuss things that are going on in the ecosystem and broader markets. We got discounts on one-on-ones, massive ones. You have access to my portfolio allocation, which will be posted, I think, well, today's Thursday, so tomorrow. We also have exclusive videos and courses, live and recorded. So get in the Patreon or go book a free one-on-one with me, furufinance.com. Links in the description as well. Okay, so this is Archie S. asks a question. With liquid loans, it's self-balancing. Even if you are liquidated, you still have the loan money. You can always buy back the PLS. That's not true, Mr. Archie S. Because if you're taking out a loan, right, you want cash because you need to spend the cash. So you take out the cash and you spend it on groceries, or you spend it on vacation, or you spend it on flowers for your girlfriend, and then you no longer have the cash to buy back the PLS. Maybe you can get it back somehow, working, whatever, but probably not immediately. So you risk losing your position in PLS because you took out a loan. That's what it means to get liquidated. Yeah. I mean, if you're not spending the money, then why are you taking the loan, right? Why are you taking out a loan if you're not going to use it? If you don't need the money, you shouldn't be taking out a loan. If you take out a loan, you need the money. And if you need the money, you spend the money. If you spend the money, you don't have money to buy back your PLS. Archie, you don't just borrow to hold the stable while, yeah, exactly. So you either do something stupid like you get leverage and you buy more PLS, right? And then you could completely lose everything. See, if you get leverage to buy more PLS, then not only do you lose everything if you're liquidated, but you don't even have the cash to spend on goods and services. Definitely be careful when it comes to liquid loans. It's not like a simple play like, and also, by the way, they say you avoid taxes. Liquidation is a taxable event. Liquidation is a taxable event. Red Squirrel says, well, I'm out. Enough of this. The point is you still have the loan monies. You can lose your position, but you still have the cash. Yeah, so you lose your position if the price goes up a lot, which you probably believe it will. You can miss the train. And yeah, over collateralize. Yeah, I guess, but are you but what's over collateralizing like that? Then you're not getting much money, or you have to have a ton of money. And it's freaking crypto, dude. It crashes 97%. 97%. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you could definitely implement it. I just think it's stupid if you don't have a lot of money and if you're putting all your money in there. I'm just saying. But definitely, I agree. You can be sensible. You can take a small percentage of your large sum and definitely implement some sort of liquid loans thing. But a lot of people are talking like it's the be all end all and it's such an obvious play. It's not a simple play. You're not Warren Buffett borrowing against your Berkshire Hathaway shares. Yeah. Also, by the way, with that, you like Warren Buffett, first of all, let's say he gets leveraged, Berkshire is not crashing 90%. S&P 500 is not crashing 90%. The last time that had happened was the Great Depression. Very unlikely to happen, especially since they've added regulation and there's a Fed money printer now. So it's pretty much not going to happen with your crypto. And also, even if there's a margin call, you have your broker calls you up and make sure it's this is just boom, your money's gone. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, we got 91 watching. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure you like and subscribe. And make sure you go to furufinance.com, book a free one-on-one today. consider joining the Patreon. Not much else going on. I think that's that for liquid loans. And hope you guys enjoyed the show. Again, hit the like button. It helps me out. Subscribe to the channel.